excited and nervous, but good nerves, you know. Listen, this is my first job, as you said, and having had a long career, I knew the road I wanted to take was towards management. So when I finished, I worked very quickly into my FA coaching badges, which I've achieved. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get to work. Having had the career I had, I was always determined to win. I worked hard, and it's still in me. You know, that's the thing when you finish playing. You can't take away that desire and that competitive nature, and I have it. So I'm delighted to turn up here. I mean, what an opportunity for me. I'm flattered to be at a club the size of Derby, with the history and the fan base in the city. So I'm ready to get to work.
You've, like you said, finished over a year ago now, so you have taken your time, and there must have been other offers, but why Derby? What really appealed to you about this job here?
Well, having spoken to Mel Morris and to the board here, and seen this, listen, I was very aware of Derby as a club anyway. I grew up in the golden era of the 70s here. My dad was a player, he played against those teams. So I knew all about the club, but having spoken to the board, in the last week it's been very quick, a bit of a whirlwind, but it was, not to say sold to me, it sold itself as a club. The stadium, the training ground, the players, I knew they were very close to promotion last year, unlucky to lose in the playoffs, so I know they have a strong squad, and there will be changes and the team will evolve, but the club itself is such a great opportunity for me.
So first impressions, you had a look round, are you impressed by the facilities at the training ground?
Yeah, I mean the training ground's fantastic. I don't know training grounds up and down the country, but I've been fortunate enough to work with some of the best, and the standard of the training ground is incredible. So there are no excuses there for any of us. The stadium again, played here before, great stadium. I know the noise and the atmosphere that can be created here, and those things are great. Listen, we as a management staff and as players, we need to work as hard as we can to give those fans a reason to come here every week in this great stadium and enjoy watching us. So this is all set in stone, and this is great. Now the hard work is to try and get us winning and playing good football on the pitch.
Why swap though the cosy sofa and the nice world of TV punditry for the sort of unforgiving world of Championship football management?
Well, ask any manager, you might say they're mad, because we're going into this job, which it is hard, and as a manager, you are taking everything in. Your responsibilities are huge, but when it's in you, as I mentioned before, then it sucks you in. So listen, I've had a great year in the media. It's been great for me because I had one foot in the game still and one foot out, and I needed that after playing. But the pull of management has always been there for me. It was a matter of time for me, and the right opportunity, and this feels right now. The rest is up to me.
What are your ambitions then? What do you want in your first managerial job, and what does the owner, Mel Morris, want from you?
Well, I want success because that's how I played. I'll strive high. I'm not going to sit here and give you huge targets that are unattainable, but in my head, I always strive for the best. So that's what I want. So, even when I spoke to Mel, he spoke about the club, and I was so impressed because how much he cares about this place. We all know he's invested heavily, but not just investment. He invests his time, and he really cares. So he's not put me under huge pressure. I think we both know where this club is. It came very close to promotion last year. There will be changes, and the team will evolve. I know we want to try and get the young players through into the squad, which is a necessity for any team these days. So I know what's required. I know the vision of the club, and I'll try my best to bring it to the table.
Derby are in the playoffs this year. Have you been given any sort of targets you expected to get in the playoffs again next year? Or?
No, I don't think they're needed to give. I think sometimes with a club like this, where it's all the great things I've spoken about, there are expectations, and I understand that. I played under expectations as a player, so I know where they were at last year. I watched a lot of their games. I saw them in the playoffs, and I want to get to that level and more, of course. But I think we have a very good squad. But yeah, I mean. We all know that this club here it's almost a Premier League club in waiting. It's been there before, but 10 years now out of that. I'm not going to say we're going to get there straight away, but everything I do this year is with that intention.